Welcome to The Network, a modern podcast version of the Negro Motorist Green Book. I've had the chance to interview some of my favorite people. Every episode is designed to help our community navigate the funky four corners of life. We are here to help the physical, mental, spiritual, and financial health of Black people living in and traveling through America. Subscribe to The Network. You never know. You might need it. Yeah. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, I told you I was going to say something corny for us to get started. So, in the words of a great poet whose government name is Jonathan Smith, you probably know him from his days with the East Side Boys. Let's go. Today's guest is the Chief Joy Officer at B.Mo.Raw. Her government name is Brandis Monique Rawls. Listen, y'all, I need you to understand that she is just trying to live a life of ease and pleasure and share what she has found with so many others. So, here to introduce her trademarked Rawisms, I give you Brandis Monique Rawls. Brandis, thank you for giving your time today.
Thank you.
I surely
I'm so
appreciate
glad
it.
to be here.
I cannot do your bio justice.
Oh
So,
boy.
as the Chief Joy Officer at B.Mo.Raw, tell us who Brandis Monique Rawlings is.
Rawlings. Who? I don't know who that is.
Rawls. Tell us who Brandis Monique Rawls is.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I am Brandis Monique Rawls. I am my mama child. I'm my daddy's child. Well, let's see. Who am I? I am an experience. I am mid 40s, Black woman. These are the things that I subscribe to be. Uh, I'm a graduate of Southern University. I have lived so many lives, done a lot of things, and collected a whole lot of experiences. And I'm a person who loves to help people on their journey. And so um, I'm doing that in a different way now, and it is a blessing. I have found myself, and in a different way, and am like, oh, I got some of this, you need to get some of this, and you need to get some of this, and everybody deserves some because, oh my God, life is mine. This one right here, this life is mine. Oh my God. And I just want you to get yours too. And I found it through being more raw, being myself. And we're all just trying to be ourselves, right? So I am somebody who helps you be yourself. Yeah,
Okay,
let's
that's
go with
good.
that.
That's good. That's good. So, we're going to come back to that because I really
Okay.
want to talk about that. And I want to talk about how you discovered that and what
Okay.
that looks like, what the B.Mo.Raw experience looks like. I want to talk about all of that. But
Okay.
before we do that, let's give flowers. So, here on the network, we don't wait until people are no longer on this earthly plane to give flowers. So, who would you like to give flowers to before we start?
My mama. I just left my mama house. I was with my mama from last week, Thursday, until about 2 o'clock today. And I am in awe of my mama. She is such an amazing person. And the more I grow and learn about life, I look at her life and how she is still an evolving person. My mama taught me the power of acceptance, like people are going to be who they going to be. And you love them because of that, not in spite of. So
Oh, that's good.
all the
That's
flowers
good.
go to my mama because she's an example of how to be yourself. Yeah. She like what she like. She do what she do. And she loves everybody just as they are.
That's
I
good.
love
So you said she taught you to love people because of.
it. Mm-hmm.
not in spite of.
Mm-hmm. You know,
We
it's some
shout out
people
to
that
mama
just
because we need more mamas like your mama.
yeah. Because you know you're not gonna get along with
Seriously.
some people. Some people rub you the wrong way. They got to. They are who they are. They have to exist in this world. Just like you. You ain't no better, no worse. You just different.
Okay. Okay, good. So flowers to mom, shout out to
Mm-hmm.
mom. So now let's talk about Brandis. Let's talk about your why. Why do you do what you do? And you said that, so I want to read this because I wanted
Okay.
to ask this. You said you realized that this was your life. So my first question for you was, when did you have this realization, this epiphany? When did that light bulb come on for you?
Mm. I'm glad you said it's a light bulb because it turned on, but you know how you got them light bulbs, you go one, two, three. I feel like I
Uh-huh.
got to another
Uh-huh.
level of brightness. So let's talk about the last level of brightness. Because it's been my life.
Okay.
I've been kind of on my own path since college because I had to tell my parents I didn't want to go and work in nobody's lab and do none of that foolishness. So that I felt like the light bulb came on then. But this last level, I recognized that it was my life when I stopped working in hotels. I stopped working in hotels January 6th, 2020, right before the pandemic. And I was like, you know what? I'm not finna work for nobody else no more. Fuck that. Cause this is my life.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to turn that off, baby. What you doing? So that January, I went through a whole lot of grief, bro. Like I worked in hospitality for 20 solid years, from 2000 to 2020. Always worked in every kind of hotel, did every kind of job you would imagine, with the intention that I like to help people along their journey. At some point, they're gonna come and see me along their journey.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting at my house um, after in January, and I'm like applying for jobs, and I'm like, I don't want to do this shit. I, I don't want to do this because this ain't. I am not giving of myself. I know how to run these hotels. You got to build. I run it. Systems, got it. But how am I actually helping a person on a journey? You know.
Mm-hmm.
And what I've recognized in that grieving period, because let's just call it, that was a grieving period. My whole life was different. Um, I
Yeah.
had done the same thing for so long. I had to rediscover what made me happy. And boiling down and distilling and thinking about what I had been doing the last 20 years, I came to the fact that I just like helping people grow. I like the change and transition because we're a different person every time we say. So I had done that in every job. There were always people around that grew with me. So why I can't just do
Mm-hmm.
that? What I got to do all this extra shit for other people? Why can't I just do that? So let me just tear all the other things down and get more raw with it. You see how that fell right on in there? That
Yeah.
B.Mo.
Yeah.
Raw and grieving and crying. I remembered that my best friend used to call me B.Mo. Raw when I would cuss her out when I was drunk. But it hit different. It hit different because the
Mm-hmm.
times she would call me that would be the times I was most free with my communication. I was most loving to her. I didn't hold back. I was more raw. And I was like, that's it. That's who I am. So let me just do that. That is life. You know? You do what you are.
So, what was the emotion that you experienced after grief? Because you're correct me if I misstep. So, this is a major change. You were doing this for 20 years, right?
Right.
So, now you got to step out into the unknown. So,
Mm.
what's the emotion that's following the grief?
Fear.
Okay.
Fear. Crippling fear. Like, what do I do now? What now? Whew. What now?
I need you to lay out. I need you to paint this picture because somebody is going to watch and listen who is walking where you've already walked.
Mm-hmm.
Something needs to change. It's a shift.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going from grief to fear.
Mm-hmm.
But you mentioned that you're free.
Whew.
So how do we go? How do we go from grief to fear to free? Can you paint that picture for us?
Yes. Okay. So I get through this grief. I get through a full day without crying. And I
How
ask
many
myself,
days in a row did you cry? Do you know?
no, I don't know, but it was some months. It
Okay.
was some months. It was,
Okay.
I believe it was March or so. Like the pandemic had hit and I was still crying. But so that was pandemic hit with March 17th. And baby, let me tell you, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to how it's my life, right? So
Yeah.
I went from that grief. A day I didn't cry. And then I looked around and I'm like, somebody got to pay these damn bills. And that's when the fear hit because I am a person who has been at a job for 20 years. The check got to come. Like, what you mean ain't
Yeah.
no paycheck? So I had to think about, well, wait a minute. What's the worst that could happen? Let's see. You ain't been no dummy all your life. So how can you make this work? So I went from fear to I went back into management mode. I went back right back into working my head because now I'm the job. Now I'm the job. So
Mm-hmm.
how then do I create revenue for these hotels? Same way I'm gonna create revenue for myself. Okay, what I'm gonna do? I go and take inventory. What are your skills? What you good at? What is valuable? This exercise took months. Thank God for that pandemic. Because what I
Yeah.
realized is I'm the valuable. It is me. I am the value. What? Ain't nobody told me that. I am the value. I am the value. You see how I repeat things so much? I repeat them
Uh-huh.
like that. And I have my clients do this because once you repeat a word so many times, it loses meaning. It loses meaning. And then you pause and see what comes up when it has a meaning, when it regains meaning. I have not had an instance where that meaning hasn't changed or deepened. So take that with you, even if it's,
Okay. Okay.
uh, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. This is the power of mantra. You empty the brain, and then what comes back up is divine, right?
That's good.
So I had to go
That's
through a
good.
lot of these exercises to dig. And what I recognized myself to be doing is excavating and figuring out what, who am I separate from what Everybody in the world thinks I am. When we started, I said I am mid-40s black woman here in America. That is what I
Mm-hmm.
agreed to. I went all the way back to
Uh-huh.
that. What is black? Am I black? What does it mean to be black? Went through all of these things because you got to know who you are or who you believe yourself to be in order to live your life. Man,
You gotta take accurate inventory.
you got to know what's there because you could not take inventory and what believe what everybody tells you to that you should be and live whatever life comes. Like you gonna survive, you gonna get through to the end. We all gonna die, but have you lived your life?
Right.
hmm. I personally want to live my life, and that's what I came up with after that grief. Is it is my life. It's my life. I don't care what anybody says about anything that I do. It's my life. You don't have to agree. That's okay, baby. It's still my life.
Mm. Listen, you setting people free. Now I know you
Amen.
know that. I know
Amen.
you
That's
know
the
that, but I'm
point.
I'm in agreement with you. You are setting people free.
Amen.
Like I'm listening to you, and I'm like, oh man, she really about to set a lot of people free when they listen to this. This is
Amen.
good. This is good. This is good.
I also
Grief. Go ahead.
I had to figure out how to tackle the fear. Ooh, baby. Ooh, I done did some work around fear
Talk
because
about it. Talk about it.
fear is not real. It is not real. That is we make these we're human. And humans have
Yeah.
this brain. And this brain is designed to create story, to create meaning. And so
Mm-hmm.
uh, in our wonderful evolution, we can tell stories, baby. We can spin some things. It's the best way we learn. We are wired for storytelling. Now, fear, anxiety comes when our brains create the stories of the boogeyman, of, oh, woe is me. Oh, there is not enough to go around. Oh, uh, if I go down here and talk to these people, they're gonna hurt me. Those are lies. Those are the lies that our brains tell us in order to keep us safe. Because the body is gonna keep
Okay.
itself alive, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can't be
Mm-hmm.
mad
Mm-hmm.
at it. You can't be mad at it because we are designed to stay alive. Life is going to perpetuate itself. You can't strangle yourself. You can't do it. It is hard to kill yourself because the
Yeah.
body is going to fight to stay alive. And so, if you having these stressors, these constant anxieties, your body thinks it's in danger. And so the
Mm-hmm.
stories go, and then your body's reacting to the stories because it don't know if that's real or fake. Like, it is scientifically proven that our thoughts, our body don't know if that's real or not. It's just so you get to decide what is this real?
Yeah.
Is this
Yeah.
thought that I'm gonna be destitute and out on the street real? Is it? Well, let's think about it. I've never been hungry in my life. Hmm. I've never worried about where I was gonna lay my head. That can't be real. Because it's got to be some steps before I get to destitution. So why am I so scared? That's the lie. That's the fear. That's the anxiety. If I recognize it, I'd be like, you know what? All right, baby, I'm gonna ease you on down. But we gonna move on down this path because you ain't real.
Mm-hmm. That's good. You cooking. You
Cooking
cooking.
with gas, baby. Because these are
You
the
cooking.
kinds of conversations that I've had to have with myself. And now
Mm-hmm.
I get to have
Mm-hmm.
with others. Because you got to have these conversations with yourself. Like, is this real?
Yes. Yes.
Because perception is reality, right?
Right. Right.
If perception is reality, how you view a thing changes a thing. So, I got a minor in physics, big nerd, right? So, in quantum mechanics, you cannot tell where an electron will be until you observe it, right? It could be anywhere in the
So,
universe until it is observed.
so all right, I'm nowhere near as smart as you, but if I'm catching what you're saying is that cannot be theoretical. Or is that the theory that you just gave?
That is what
See, I
is.
told you I ain't nowhere near.
That is what has been proven in quantum
Okay.
mechanics.
But
Unless
we
it
can
is
only figure
observed,
out where it is.
unless it is unless it is observed, you have no damn clue. Perception
Got
is
you.
reality.
I got you. I got you.
Perception is reality. So if you I take from that, man, if I could put an electron somewhere, I am what about my regular thoughts? You know?
Yeah. So let me
I'm
ask you
not
this.
saying okay.
Why I know that our body is trying to keep us alive. But why is the automatic response fear? Like why is it we're going to talk about something later when we get to the funky four that you talked about, with the heart racing and
Hmm.
how we, you know, trans how we translate that. But
Hmm.
why fear? Why not excitement? Why not
Well,
courage?
because
Why is the automatic response fear?
because millions of years ago, when you were a smaller mammal, if there were new inputs, most likely they were going to kill you. And so the first thing you're going to do is fear it because you got to make sure you're not finna kill me. That's why. We're just
Okay.
evolved animal and we're
Mm-hmm.
not that evolved. Let's just be clear.
Yeah, we're really
We're really
not.
not that evolved. So we can look at nature and understand a whole lot more about ourselves. All mammals do that. We're no different. All
Yeah,
mammals,
fight or flight.
like you're not gonna walk up to somebody's dog like as friendly as they are. They're gonna be like, "Oh, you safe? Oh, okay, all right." We have to manage our fear because our fear is biological and it's gonna be there. How you work with it, how you dance with it.
Mm-hmm. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. I got. I'm just wondering, and this is a rhetorical question because I just gotta get it out there. How violent has this world been for millennia that our biological response is fear? That's just rhetorical. But I'm just saying, like, because I kind of go there. Like,
Well,
man, how? Go ahead.
I'm listening to this book. The history, what is the book called? On my Audible right now. And we would just, oh, this is so good. God puts everything right where you need it. I'm listening to a short history
Timing.
of nearly everything. And we're talking
Okay.
about how um, there have been, they were just talking about how there have been four mega dynasties and that you've had mammals come into this dynasty right after the extinction of the dinosaurs. Mammals could
Mm-hmm.
not grow and become bigger because the dinosaurs had taken up that space in the predatory food chain. So
Right.
if the if whatever event happened to kill the dinosaurs had never happened, we probably wouldn't be here. We would still be small, trying not to get killed.
Wow. What's the name of that book?
A brief history of nearly everything. It is so interesting.
Damn. Right. Right. So from grief to fear.
Hmm.
And you said we got to learn how to dance with fear. Is
Hmm.
learning how to dance with fear, is that what leads us to freedom?
Yes.
Two parts. Let me that's part two. That's part two.
Okay. Okay.
But here's part one. How did you how did you learn how to dance with freedom? How did you do that? How did you not allow fear to paralyze you?
Gratitude. Gratitude.
Oh, that's good. That's
That's
good.
it. And it's like I felt like sometimes I'm running through the woods and like the Hunger Games or some shit, and fear is right behind me, and I'm gonna shoot you with a little gratitude. Pow! Like I say often, if I'm worried, I always go to the bottom. I ain't never been hungry. Because my fear, my
Amen.
anxiety comes in building this business, in making sure that that I can eat, making sure I can pay my bills. Like this is real life for me right now. But I've never been hungry. I just gotta keep reminding myself I ain't never been hungry. Baby, it's people that love you. Don't you worry about these is lies. And
Gratitude.
gratitude. I'm telling you, thank you. Just thank you. And it could be so silly. Thank you for this cup of water I got. Oh, thank you that I did not have to walk to the end of this parking lot, Jesus. Thank you. Thank you for this person that
Yeah.
held this door for me. Because they didn't have to. They didn't have to be right there at that moment. Thank you for the
Hey, that's
miracle
real.
that is my life. Because I could not be here. My mama, my daddy they might not have got together.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
grandparents might have married other people. You know, I'm here.
That's good, man. That's good. So gratitude is how you learned how to dance with fear. So
Yes.
how did that dance move you to freedom?
It helped me take more risk. It helped me take more risk. Like, I have an irrational fear of social media posting. It is dumb, stupid, because I love people. I don't have no stage fright,
Yeah.
but I'm
Yeah.
also not going to post on social media. And it don't make no sense because I'm taking pictures, I record videos, but I'm not going to post it.
And
That is
and then
irrational
when
fear.
I see you, when I see you on social media, I'm like, man, she is having a damn good time.
I be having a good time, but it be in real life. It don't be on social media.
It don't be on social media. Yeah. Yeah.
But I recognize that to be a fear, and it is stupid, and it is a hindrance to the goals that I have for my life. And so I got to figure out how to get around this foolishness. I accept who I am, and I ain't finna post this stuff. But I believe in the power of community, and I believe in the power of people around me. And let me tell you how. One day I was stalking on social media, and you remember Summer Frank? She went to Southern.
I know more
Summer,
faces than names.
she was, yeah, she was way out. She was after you. She was with me. And Summer is a social media manager. And she had posted on social media. She said, I need a content buddy. I was like, what is a content buddy? What are you talking about? And she was like, somebody to come and do things with me. I'm like, look, I need somebody to post the stuff. What's up? She was like, come to Houston. I went to Houston. I'm talking to Summer. I'm like, look, I don't want to do this stuff. I ain't never did it. This is what I need. She was like, bet, that's what I do. I said, you know what? This is management. Cause I'm the business now. So what
Mm-hmm.
did I do in hotels when I didn't want to do some stuff? Delegate, find someone whose passion it is, and allow them to be happy too. Everybody
Yeah.
wins. A rawism. Everybody wins. Build a system where everybody getting what they need. Oh, okay. I wouldn't I wouldn't have taken that risk if I just succumbed to that fear. If I wasn't trying to dance with that fear. Now I ain't got to let go of that fear. I just
Mm-hmm.
got somebody else to do it for me. Now I'm dancing. Come on. I got that
Yeah.
fear.
Yeah.
Fuck it. We still doing what we want to do.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good.
You got to be honest with yourself though. Cause I could lie to myself and be like, oh no, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it because it's easy. And it is easy. But I don't want to do it. And I don't have to because it's my life.
That's good. Listen, you have helped somebody walk in their mind mentally. They still got to do it
Mm-hmm.
physically. They still have to
Mm-hmm.
take the steps. But you have just helped somebody walk from grief to fear to gratitude
Mm.
to dancing to freedom. So I say this probably every time I record, I say this. I'm helped probably more than anybody else because I get to talk to all of y'all.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I get the first helping. So you helping me. Let me
But
tell
let
you
me
that
tell
first.
you,
First and
the reason
foremost.
why you started this thing is because you wanted to be helped. Because, baby, I believe
That's
in the
it.
selfishness of it all.
Listen, somebody. Listen, I am. So what I get is every now and then somebody will call me and be like, "Man, I was listening to the podcast and XYZ happened, and now ABC is about to happen." Man, I love that. I know the last story I got was I had a guy on who is, he breeds and trains dogs, and he's an artist, and he's creating a comic book. Tory Bush.
Mm.
Somebody listened to the podcast, heard him, boom. Hey man, I'm gonna do your publishing. So
Oh, look at that.
I'm so I can't wait to hear the testimonials from this episode. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm
I'm
excited
excited
about the
too.
direction that people's lives are going in. Listen, you say that you have figured out some things and you have been uniquely equipped to help others
Mm-hmm.
heal as I have healed, as you have healed. So,
Mm-hmm.
Brandis, before we pivot and moving in another direction, I want to say thank you because you didn't have to be open and honest and you didn't have to share all of that, but you did, and I appreciate it.
You are welcome. You are welcome. My
Truly, truly,
my
truly appreciate that.
people don't believe in heal. People don't believe. Let me see how I say this. I can't tell nobody about no healing that I have not witnessed or experienced.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
And
And
I am
and
not a
uh,
healed person. That I don't think that exists. But I mean,
it's
everybody can
constant.
share
Yep.
something. Everybody can share something to help someone else on their journey.
That's right. That's
Hmm.
right. That's right. Listen, so before we go on to the next segment, so if you're listening, I need you to go ahead and subscribe to the podcast. If it's on Apple, man, give us those 5 stars, right? If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and sign up for those notifications. It's that little bell. right? Go ahead and subscribe, like it, you know. And then if you're listening again, give us 5 stars. Share it with somebody. Tell a friend to tell a friend. This is the network. This is what it's for. We're connecting people. All right, listen. We're gonna pivot. We're gonna go into the exit ticket, Brandis. So it's a
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So we start off with the Furious Five. This is where I'm gonna ask you 5 random questions, and you just gonna give it to us right off the dome. Whatever your best answer is, right from the top of your head. You ready for this?
Okay. Yes. Phew.
Yeah.
Dun,
All
dun,
right. I think
dun.
I think this is gonna be fun. I think this is gonna be fun. All right. This question I ask everybody. I ask this question to everybody. If you could have a superpower, any superpower, what would it be and why?
I would. My superpower would be to. Uh, hmm. How you say? I want to make everybody feel love. Like I want a person to be. I want to be able to give unconditional love to a person and they receive it. Because after they receive it, they ain't gonna never be the same.
Oh, that's good. You
I
just
want
said it. I don't know how you say it, but you just said it.
to. Yeah. I want to infect
So
you with
the
it. Yeah.
so the way I used to explain it is I was like, man, if I could make a unconditional love sandwich and
Mm.
feed it to you,
Oh
that's what
yes.
I would do.
Yes.
Yeah,
Something like the five
that's
loaves
good.
super. Yes, unconditional.
Yeah,
Because
that's good.
it's
That's
people
good.
that have never just been loved to be loved.
That's good. Never. There are people who have never been loved because of,
Because of,
not in spite of.
not in
That's good.
spite of. Just love you just because you
Just
are.
because.
Just because you are. Just look at you. There you go. You are right there. And you are loved. You know?
And that's good. That's good.
That's
There are
my
people who have
superpower.
never been
Love,
loved.
baby.
That's good. Love is the superpower. All right. We got 4 more questions in this Furious Five. Are you ready?
Okay.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna save that one for last. So let's do this one first. I want you to fill in the blank, okay? I got 2 blanks I want you to fill in. My idea of a good time always includes blank and blank. I'm gonna read it to you one more time. My idea of a good time always includes blank and blank. What you got?
Music and fellowship, baby.
Okay, okay. All right,
Music
ready for
and
this next one?
fellowship. Yup.
What would you do for $100 that no one else in the room would do for 1,000? What would you do for $100 that no one else in the room would do for 1,000?
Tweeze. I got a thing. I like to tweeze people's eyebrows and or you got a
Okay,
little chin hair, I'm tweeze it. My mama hate to see me coming.
just just all up in your face,
Just
just
come here.
all
Let
up
me
in
get
your
that. Let
face.
me get that. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
All right, here we
weird.
go.
I
Here we
love
go.
it.
Next question. What is something that you enjoy that is not typical for your age group? Something you enjoy that's not typical for your age group.
Hmm. The blues? But that's typical for my age group now because I done got grown, but I would have
Yeah,
said the
we done
blues.
made it there now.
Yeah, we done made it there. Them what do I enjoy that is not
But
typical for my age group? Well, I'm into uh mudras.
okay, and what are mudras?
Mudras are hand positions that help direct energy throughout the body. Yeah. This is a mudra that
Okay,
most people know. You recognize this mudra? When you're meditating, most people use
uh
this
huh.
mudra.
Okay,
There's uh, another bread, a little heart basket there. This mudra I use if I need a little hug or something. I need to. support my heart. Like it literally supports the heart. Yeah. Um, there are different mudras. Let's choose a random mudra. Just pull one out the.
Look at us. Mudra in.
It's trust. Chinmaya mudra.
Okay.
This assists in security, support, and building trust. It reduces anxiety and blood pressure. Supports the muscular skeletal system. Touch the index finger and thumbs on each hand. Curl the middle, ring, and pinky fingers into the palm, making soft fists. Leave the hands on the thighs face down. Lengthen the spine and breathe. You typically hold a mudra maybe a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes is you're doing something. And you hold this
Okay.
mudra and you feel I don't really know how to explain it. I don't know why it worked, but it worked. I feel a sense of calm and I pay attention to what I'm feeling. So that's something that not a lot of people I know are into.
Hey, that's good. So it's okay. Now, see, see what you done started. People, people at home mudraing.
Yeah.
It's somebody gonna be watching. They're gonna be watching. They're gonna have the YouTube in one tab. In the next tab,
Yes.
they're gonna be googling mudras.
Yes.
But
Please
that's why
do.
we're here.
Yes.
That's why we're here. Okay, listen. This is the last question in the Furious Five. Listen, I need another mudra. All right, here we go.
What
Last
you
question in the
need?
Furious Five. What what will be written on your gravestone? I had to save that one for last because I know this was good.
You know, but I already know my epitaph. B.Mo.Raw. It's a name and a
B.Mo.Raw.
directive.
There it is.
B.Mo.Raw. It's your life. All of that. B.Mo.Raw. It's your life.
That's good. That's
It's
good.
your life.
That's good. All right. Listen, that was the Furious Five. Now we're
That
going to
wasn't
the
so
Funky
bad.
Four.
I was
That
nervous.
wasn't bad.
That
It wasn't
wasn't
bad
so
at all.
bad.
Really? Really? I
I
try. I
was
try
like,
to.
what kind of
I try
questions
to
does
keep it
he?
easy.
Yeah.
No, no, we keep it. We keep it right. We keep it right. So now we're going to the Funky Four. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Before we go to the Funky Four, let's mudra. All right. We ready? I'm ready.
This
All
is a
right. Read it
mudra
to
for
me so I can get my
alignment.
hand.
For
Okay.
alignment.
Let me move my mic so I can get my hand position right. So you gonna read it to us?
Sure. It's called Dharma Pravartana Mudra. It assists in integration,
Okay.
harmony, and balance. It assists in setting all elements and systems of the body on the path to health and self healing, supports energetic well being, helps to integrate all elements, opens one to inner peace and inner knowing. It says to touch the tips of all fingers together and make a small dome shape. Align the edges of the thumbs with the fingers parallel. Keep all other fingers together. Gently bend the knuckles to form a rounded space in the palms. Okay. Yeah. And it says place hands in front of the solar plexus. The solar plexus is right above your navel. So you're going to place this shape right above your solar plexus. I feel an energizing in my right hand. I feel like mm,
I'm hoping my fingers right.
let me see your fingers.
I think I
Yeah,
need
it
more
looks like the
dome.
picture. No, that
Okay.
looks just like the picture.
Go
That's
on. Go
perfect.
ahead. Go on, P.
Go ahead on.
Okay. That was good. That was good. Listen, man, you never know
You never
what's gonna
know.
happen when y'all listening and watching to the network. All right.
Hmm.
The Funky Four, the best advice that you have received mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially. So let's go ahead and let's start with physically. What is the best advice that you have received physically?
Hmm. Just breathe, man.
Yeah, that's good. Listen, you
Just
wrote
breathe.
in your questionnaire, you said your heart racing is a sign that you are living and not dying. I had to put a star
Hmm.
next to that.
Hmm.
That's good.
I had a irrational fear of the gym. Dumb, dumb. But
Okay,
it
talk
was
about it.
because
Talk about it.
I would have anxiety when my heart rate got too high. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to die. And my trainer said, if you were dying, your heart would stop. And I was like, huh, okay. And so she would say, is it too high? That's because you're living, not dying. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I am living, not dying. And my heart
Ugh,
racing is to ensure that I am living.
that's good. That's good. Because listen, listen. So, full disclosure, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, me, former athlete, somewhere, I'm not even gonna say somewhere along the line, but all my life, anxiety, all my life, I can go back
Mm-hmm.
to, I know I can go back to 5 or 6 years old and remember things.
Mm-hmm.
But I was an athlete. So heart rate was not an issue ever until I was no longer an athlete.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be in the gym and heart rate get high like I want it to, and I be in there be like, man, is these people looking at me panicking right now? Because I'm
Mm-hmm.
about to have a full blown panic attack right now. Listen, you're helping
Yeah.
set me free. So I don't know about anybody else who listening or watching, but you helping me.
Yes.
That's good.
And that was just
Just breathe.
something I picked up along the way. And I'm like, oh my damn. Like some we all say the same thing. All this healing, we say the same thing. But a way you say it, it might just hit different coming out of somebody else's mouth. It might just sound
Yeah.
different the seventh time they say it versus the fifth. Cause I'm sure that somebody has told me that before. But when she
Mm-hmm.
told me that, I
Mm-hmm.
was like, oh my Jesus. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna take that forever. Cause it shifted the
That's
perception of
good.
it. And perception is the reality, baby. It just shifted. Oh, this isn't danger. It's not danger.
It's not danger, but somehow our
I
our brains have convinced us
Yes.
that it
I still don't
is.
like going to the
So we
gym
got
though.
the,
Like, make no mistake. I do not like it. I just don't have a panic
but you don't
attack.
have. That's good. That's good. So y'all listen, just breathe. Physically,
Just
physically,
breathe.
the best advice you receive physically is breathe. All right, so
Just
let's go
breathe.
to financially. The best
Hmm.
advice you have received financially.
It was, we talked about it earlier. It's the shift in the perception. Like I am the business now. You don't
Hmm.
you're not a job, you're not a cog. You are the business. You need to behave as such. And so my decision making process changed. It wasn't, oh yeah, I'm gonna go down here and get this because I want it and I deserve it and all this. It is, hmm, what is my revenue stream looking like? What is my profit and loss statement gonna be? How am I building for the future? You know? Like a business goes on into perpetuity. We think about ourselves as gonna die in 75, 80 years, and we are. But we you still want to be building. I want to build such
Yeah,
that when I leave here, whatever I leave, whether it's financial, whatever, I won't leave something. So I got to think differently. That was the best financial advice I have. I am the business.
that's
Every
good. And
decision you make is
what that does is it takes the emotion out.
yes.
It takes
Takes
the
that
emotion
takes a
out.
bit of that fear out of it too.
That's good.
Takes a
That's
bit of
good.
that fear
That's
out.
good.
You get a little space so you can look at things from different angles. You have more view of what you want for your life.
That's good. That's good. All right, mentally. Best advice you have received mentally.
Hmm. Best advice I have received mentally. Well, I mean, these rawisms
It,
keep popping up in my head because it's your life, and
it's on your
and
shirt.
and and and
There it
can you
is.
read it? Can the people? Let me move
There.
my talisman out of the way. I'm gonna tell you about that later. But like, this is it right here. This what it. Fuck them people.
Man, F them people.
Fuck them people. Fuck them people. Now I
Because
have had. I
whose
had
life
to.
is it?
It's my life. Fuck them people.
There it
And
is.
I chose fuck them people, and I say fuck them people every time because what is this conditioning around? I can't say what I want to say. Why does it make you uncomfortable, this word fuck? It is what I actually mean at this time. The I am not considering the needs of them people. Fuck them people. That's what I want to say. Fuck them people. The
At
blessing
some
in that,
point,
the
go ahead.
blessing in that, because it's more to that. It's not just fuck them people. The depth comes when you realize that you get to define who them people are. Like, them people at any given moment can change. Um, let's say you are going on stage, you bomb, you have an awful show or whatever show you doing, right?
Uh-huh.
Fuck them people, because you know what? They gonna be gone. They gonna laugh about this and they gonna be gone. But them people, fuck them people. Their opinion don't matter because you done got your coins for your show already. Fuck them people. That was a random ass. That was a random ass scenario I just made
Example.
up. It really
But
was.
listen, but I love it. I love it because let me tell you, this is what I'm picking up. Don't be fooled by the phraseology because it's not emotional.
It's not.
It's not emotional at all. It's about, correct me if I misstep, correct me if I misstep. It's about centering yourself.
Yes, because it's your life.
All right.
What is you worry
I'm
about them
picking up
people
what you're
for?
putting down. That's good. That's good. That's
I.
good. Don't be, listen, that's good.
It's your life, and I am selfish. I am an only child. I am selfish, and I have honed my selfishness. I get everything I want. And it is because I believe in creating systems where everybody wins. Remember, we talked about that earlier? If everybody
That's right.
wins, then everybody has a vested interest in making sure that whatever happen needs to happen or whatever the goal is succeeds. And if my goal is the one on top, I'm a win. But guess what? Guess where the bonus comes in? Everybody else win too. Oh my God. Everybody wins.
That's good.
Oh,
So let me be the devil's advocate.
okay.
Let me play the devil's advocate right here. What
Mhm.
if somebody is like, okay, but is it manipulative? It's my life and I'm winning and everybody's winning too, but am I manipulating people
No,
in the
because
process?
no,
Go ahead.
because you have to make sure that everybody is winning to their definition of winning. You can't assume that you know what it means for everybody else to win. You got to get their input.
Yeah.
You got to make sure you know what it means for them to win too. Because if you don't know what it means to win, then you're going to manipulate them and get what you want without concern. But they are in your system. And you got to make sure that everybody in the system wins or the system going to tear itself down. See, that's that MBA coming out, that MBA in operations management.
Uh-huh.
That's what that
Uh-huh.
is.
Uh-huh.
You pull from what you know. You can't do that. If you are
Can't tear
creating a
your own
system where
system down.
everybody wins, you cannot move with the system until you define what winning is for everybody.
That's good
So
stuff.
no, it's not
That's
manipulative.
good stuff. That's good stuff. Listen, I'm picking up what you're putting down, but for I'm an educator, right?
I-
So I'm in
You got to.
education. So part of my job is to answer the questions before they're asked. So
Yeah.
Everybody listening and watching, you're welcome. All right, Brandis. Spiritually, what is the best spiritual advice you have ever received? And you
Baby,
have
same
repeated
thing.
this many times
Time
already.
and
Go ahead.
time again. It's your life. Your religion ain't gonna look like nobody. Your source, your journey to God, to source, to whomever you say is yearn. I'm not a I'm gonna give my mama some more flowers here because when I was a little girl, we got a new pastor at the church. And I've always been a person that just kind of read people and go with what I feel. I didn't like this man. And I told my mom, I said, I don't like him. And she was like, okay. I said, I don't never want to hug him. She said, okay. And I never did. I went to the church because that was the rules.
Mm-hmm.
But it's my life. And I'm not listening to you because I could see you. And I don't need nobody to talk to source for me. Because what's wrong with my voice? What's wrong with anybody's voice? If it's your life, you ought to be able to live it. Do you not have enough trust in yourself? It's your life, baby.
That's
You
good.
get to God. At the end of it, you gonna be there. You're gonna be the only one there. You're gonna be the only one there. And you got the answer for what you've done in your life. It's your life.
It's your life. And with that, we're going to move to the three. So we didn't hit the five, the Furious Five, the Funky Four.
The
So now
funky
we're
part.
moving to three recommendations. All right. So, Brandis, tell us one book, one song, and one podcast that has been life changing for you.
I wrote down on my when I was thinking about this, I wrote down the book, The Game of Life and How to
Mm-hmm.
Play It by Florence Scovel Shinn. And it changed my life because it helped me to recognize that all of this stuff is the same. Because what she is saying in this book is the same thing that I say every day. So we have a rawism. You speak your life. In this book, The Game of Life and How to Play It, you learn that your word is all there is. In the beginning, there was God. And what was God? It was sound, vibration. You speak your life. And in this book, this lady talks about how the words that we speak create the life that we live. And I ain't gonna tell you what I heard, tell you what I know. As I'm reading this book,
Tell us
I'm
what you
listening
know.
and thinking back on my life. And what I recognize is everything I have ever said in earnest has happened. Might not have been the way I imagined it or how it was going to go down, but it has happened. And so, if that is the case, then I got to believe that whatever I hear goes to somewhere, something. I don't know. I don't know. It's your life. You make your own damn decision. But it go give me whatever I ask for. So I'm going to speak my life. I'm going to make sure I say exactly what I want to say. And so when I say fuck them people, that's what I mean. Because I speak my life. That book
That's
was,
good.
and let me tell you, so it was written in like the 20s. And so the language of the book is from a WASP woman in the 20s. She's a Christian mystic. So it's really heavy
Mm-hmm.
God, Bible, all of this. Yes, yes. From her perspective, where she lived, yes. Now, I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna drop that in through my aquifer, through my filter. And I came up with something different, but I'm like, oh my goodness, this is the first time I recognize that it's the same fucking thing. It's the same thing. My
Yeah. Yeah.
let me see when this book was written. Cause my Issa went and picked it up for me. Of course she did. It is dated 1940. My apologies. I said 20s, the 40s. Mm-hmm.
The wasp was still there.
Yes. Oh, I'm lying. See, look, The Game of Life, 1925. That's when she
Okay.
wrote that book, 1925. But I recommend this book for everybody. It talks about the power of your word, how what you say and how you say it vibrates differently. Like, watch your fucking mouth, is what I'm saying. Because you speak your life. You speak your life.
Yeah.
Whatever you
Yeah.
want is coming for you, baby. This is why I even the salutations I send. When I send you messages, they don't say good morning, good evening, none of that. They say blessings, because that's what I
Mm-hmm.
want to give you. Blessings, greetings,
Yeah. 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 That's listen. The Game of Life and How You Play It.
and how to play
One
it.
life changing book.
Hmm.
Now give us one life changing song.
This song has come back around recently in my life, and it's Bag Lady, Erica Badu, Bag Lady. Now these lyrics hit. This song came out what about 2000? I pledged in 2000, and that song had just hit because my line name is Grab Bag,
Mm-hmm.
baby. Everywhere I went, somebody was playing that song, looking at me, and so I heard it a lot. And at that time, I was like, "Oh, that was 22 years ago. I ain't had much baggage, amen. I ain't picked up a whole lot along the way, so it was like, okay, you gonna miss your bus. You can't hurry up. You got too much stuff. All right, living life."
Mm-hmm.
Now fast forward to 2020. I'm sitting in this grief. I hear this song again. I'm like, holy shit. Okay. I need to let go of the ideas. Then what I was putting down were the ideas I had about myself so that I could be more raw.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then in 2022, I heard it again and it hit different again because I had picked up two or three more events in life that I I'm carrying some trauma from those things. And I remember listening to it on repeat and I was like, I can put that shit down. I can put all the hurt down. I don't have to explain it. I don't have to do it. I don't have to do it because it's my life, you know? And so you don't have to hold on to nothing you don't want to hold on to. Nothing. Nothing. No
And
one. No place. No feeling. You don't have to hold on to nothing because you can't take none of it with you.
all
Let it
somebody
go.
was waiting for was permission.
That's it.
All somebody was waiting for was permission. So
Put it
permission
down.
granted.
Granted, put it down. Put it down and then ask yourself why you needed permission. Amen. Because it's your life.
Yeah. Yeah. It's your life. Life changing podcast. Share it with us.
So I listen to a lot of audiobooks more than podcasts, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
this, I listen to episodes and I've been thinking about this thing for a long time now, and I keep going back to how to do yoga when you can't touch your toes. My friend Charisma, who was a big catalyst in my healing and continues to be. I'm going to see her after I leave here. I'm in Atlanta and she up the street. I'm going to see her, hug her neck. So she started a podcast called How to Do Yoga When You Can't Touch Your Toes. And we've been talking a lot about her recording our conversations because since I met her a few years, it must have been 2017, I met her. Uh, we would always say when she would braid my hair, she would come over, braid my hair, and we would have these talks. I'm like, we should be recording this. this is the podcast. And she did it. And this season, we're talking about a lot of the things that we talk about, which are the yamas and the niyamas. They're uh, yokes, Sanskrit. Uh, they're the backbone of yoga, basically. I don't want to. You
Okay.
just go
Okay.
check out the podcast. I'm on that podcast. You heard it, huh?
I
I
did.
was,
I did.
yeah. It was about truthfulness and
Yeah. How to do yoga when you
when you
can't
can't
touch your
touch your
toes.
toes, because yoga is not about the movement all the time. It's not about the body. It is about the union between the body, the mind, the spirit. Yoga means yoke, to put them all together.
Look at me learning something new today.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank
And
you.
so if you can't
Thank you,
touch your
Madam Teacher.
toes, you can still do yoga. You can learn about the yogic philosophies. The first one is ahimsa. If we go back to remember you said about manipulation, you can't manipulate because
Mm-hmm.
the first yama is ahimsa. Do no harm. Do no harm. If you're not taking somebody else into account, if they're in your system, you're not on your ahimsa, baby. Do no harm.
There, there is so much for us to learn. There is so much for us to learn. And I'm talking about us Western Hemisphere people
Yes.
who think that
Yes.
things that happen, and I'm just going to touch it and then move on. You know, so many of us Western Hemisphere people think that things that happen in the East or the Far East are not wholesome or
Right.
right. But we just, I'm going to touch it. I'm going to touch it and we're going to move on. All right, here
Well,
we go. Two
I'ma just
dudes.
gonna say
The
I'ma touch
five,
this say everything is divine.
no,
Like it all came from God. I mean, so okay. Move
right,
on.
right. And anyway, uh, yeah. Two dudes. Give us two things that you plan to get done in the next 90 days, the next 6 months, or it could be the next year. What you got for us? Let's start with 90 days. You gave us a couple of things that you're going to get started in 90 days. Talk about this
Well,
summer solstice.
okay, so I have a retreat on the summer solstice coming up. It is called The
Okay.
Art of Sacred Selfishness. And The Art of Sacred Selfishness is a 2-day retreat that I put together to help us harness the power of the changing season into summer solstice, into this fullness of the year, to make sure that we are living our life. It is called The Art of Sacred Selfishness because I believe in selfishness. I believe in if we are to say that we are all reflections of God and we're all part of the one, if we are not selfish, if we are not putting ourselves first and living our life, we're doing a disservice to the rest of the universe because we're not doing our part. If everybody took care of themselves, everybody will be took care of.
Everybody would be all right.
See what I'm saying? And so we talk about and we learn about and we build ritual and habit around putting yourself first. Because what's this saying? You can't pour from an empty cup. You can't pour from an empty cup. You could pour from a half full cup, but it's gonna be half like you're gonna be depleted. You're gonna be
That's
giving the
right.
best that you got.
That's right.
So this is what I'm doing in the next 90 days. That's gonna be uh Father's Day weekend. It's June 17th to 18th. There only be at most at most 10 participants because we're really getting into you.
Is it full?
It is not full. It is not full, but I
Okay.
mean, it ain't empty, but it's not full. So if you'd like to join, please do. We're gonna be in Gonzales. Well, there's a retreat center that I'm now practitioner in residence at. It's where I hold office hours, called the Haven of Ascension. Baby, when I tell you I spoke my life, is when I was driving back from Atlanta moving this last time. I'm driving. I said, Lord, I need me a retreat center. I need somewhere to go be and just develop these programs and heal others. And baby, about a month later, a friend of mine sent me a message and said, I'm going to a sound healing near your house. You should come. So I went, I pulled up, I said, oh, thank you, God. Because I speak my life. This place is exactly what I had in mind. It is a healing center. There's an esthetician, a masseuse, a coffee shop. Oh, in the yard, the lawn on the back, they got about an acre out there. And Mr. Ricky, he done built swings, and they got a pond, and I could write, like I go and write with my journal sitting over the pond. I said, oh, thank you, God. I spoke that up, right? So we're gonna be out there at the Haven of Ascension. It's a full commercial kitchen in that thing. I'm talking about blessings on blessings on blessings. There's a recording studio there. It is equipped for live streaming. Huh? Tell me. I'm so grateful. We're going to be at the Haven of Ascension in Gonzales at the Art of Sacred Selfishness, June 17th through 18th. And we did one for the spring equinox. I like to harness the
Okay.
power. If you haven't noticed, I follow nature real tough because
Talk,
the
yeah,
earth,
talk about that.
the earth been here longer than millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of years, right? And
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you start to understand there are patterns that have happened in these millions of years. You, it would be silly to think that they wouldn't have continued. Yeah.
Right.
So we did the first one of this year was on the vernal equinox. It was for spring. And we sat into the
Okay.
energy of I am, into that first beginning of the year. The first uh, zodiac sign of the year is Aries. And Aries' affirmation is I am. And the theme of that retreat was it's your life because you are and you deserve to be, right? So now we're moving
So
into the
what
summer solstice.
is
Mhm.
before we move into summer, what is the significance of the spring equinox?
Well, it is the time of year where we have both day and night equal. It marks the beginning
Okay.
of the astrological year. That is when nature decides it is time to now grow again. So now you have buds growing. And so we're going to use the power. If everything is growing and seeding now, we should be doing the same thing. I'm going to go and catch
We
on
should
that
be doing
wave,
the same
baby.
thing.
I'm getting on that wave because nature goes in these cycles. I'm going to go with it. I feel like it is my opinion, and it's been my experience that when I align my intentions with what's going on in the greater, I just catch the wave. It's like surfing.
Yeah. It makes sense. It makes sense if, you know, because when we die, we turning back to dust anyway. So what,
Right.
so you at the grave site and they say from dust you
Ashes
came
to
and to
ashes,
dust you
dust to dust.
returns,
Mm-hmm.
right? So since we are nature, it makes sense that we should be in tune with nature. Okay, you putting me on. You putting me on. All right. And the significance of the summer solstice, not an equinox, but a solstice is
The solstice, we have the longest day of the year. The longest day. Most
okay.
sun you're going to have for the year is going to be on that summer
Okay.
solstice. The shortest night, the longest day. We're going to harness this to shine all in them shadows. We're going to take all of that sun. If we got the most sun that we're going to get this year, we need to be looking at everything. We're
Okay.
going to let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. What that means is we're going to shine light into our shadows, into the things that we don't like to talk about, into the things like I don't like to post on social media. That is a shadow thing. That is a thing that I did not tell myself or did not allow myself to know about myself. Now we're gonna call that out. Let's shine some light on that
Yeah.
so that we can then move with it. Do what we want to do about it. You cannot change or grow if you don't review. So that's what we'll be doing and let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Shining in them shadows. Make sure we live in our life and being selfish with it.
Okay.
Because it is
Okay.
it is
And
a
then the fall equinox.
and then and look at you. And then the fall equinox, then you have day and night the same again. You got day and night the same again,
Okay.
but you're going into you should be in your harvesting season. This is the around September. You bringing all the harvest in. You
Mm-hmm.
getting prepared for the winter. You want to make sure you have your stores. Do you have your stores to make it on through to the spring? So we're gonna start thinking about what our stores should be. So when we get down there to that winter solstice, when we have the longest night, we are paying
Yeah.
attention
Yeah.
to then how we're getting ready for the spring. We are gestating. If you think about what happens in the winter solstice, I think about the womb. You have this period of gestation where ain't nothing really moving. You got this cold. You think it's cold, but it's not really cold because everything is underground. So you still got the warmth of that womb of nature. And
Mm-hmm.
so you are doing your microscopic, your cells division in quiet when there's not a lot of activity around. So that in the spring, when you get back this spring equinox, you could pop out.
When I tell you that you teaching,
Baby,
you teaching.
take some notes here.
If we was in church, if we was in church right now, they, you know, somebody would probably be running around because you're preaching
Hallelujah.
too. Man,
Hmm.
this is good. This is good. This is good. This is good. All right, um so I'm gonna hit some things. I'm gonna hit some things for the sake of time, just real
Okay.
quick. So we talked about the summer solstice. We talked about so the start of a transformational journey, right? And
Oh,
that's the art of sacred selfishness retreat. Or
nope.
is this two different things?
Two different
It's
things.
two different things. Okay, well,
Yeah.
I gotta let you talk about it. Come on, talk about
So the
the
second thing is B.Mo.Raw B.Mo.U.
okay.
B.Mo.Raw B.Mo.U is a mastermind I developed. 13-week program. We're gonna go from I'm gonna walk with you from season to season. We're starting on the summer solstice and we're gonna meet. We're gonna have we're gonna have weekly check-ins. We have and it's a lot. We'll have weekly one-on-ones, bi-weekly community sessions to change whatever you want in your life. It could be financial. I want to change my job. I wanna I wanna stop saying I'm sorry all the time. That is a pet peeve of mine. And whatever you want, but we're gonna walk through that thing. Because it takes a long time to change a habit. And you gotta break down why you do these things. Like why you do these things. You gotta shine, you gotta have time to shine in
Yeah.
there. So we're starting that the week of the solstice, and we will go to fall equinox. And we'll have ritual at both of those times because I believe when you ritualize your life, you put more sacredness in it. You give it more value. You give it more panache, more shine. You enjoy it more. And if you enjoy it, you're
Yeah.
gonna keep doing it. And I want you to
The
enjoy that.
ritual, and again, I always say, correct me if I misstep, but the
Okay.
ritual shows that what you're doing is important and has value. It's the celebration of
Yes.
the importance of and value of what you're doing.
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Because
Okay.
you don't sell. You know when people give you the little certificate because you don't finish your little
Yeah.
when you go to work and you get your little certificate, you did your little management development. Now who cares anything about that?
Yeah.
No. But what you get
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
in the end is representative of how important it is in your life. And this is important. So we are going to hold ceremony and bask in the importance of the fact that it is your life and you have made decisions for your life and only for your life. That deserves celebration.
Listen. So whoever is too busy, you keep telling yourself that you too busy to
Hmm.
stop and celebrate,
Hmm.
you need to stop and celebrate.
I mean,
I'm
it's your
teaching.
life, or you could
I'm
not
teaching.
celebrate your life, and then you be. If you don't celebrate your life, you're gonna get to the end of your life, and it will not have been celebrated. Yo bad.
That's right.
Meanwhile,
It,
I'm gonna
but
be. Oh,
but it's your life.
it's your life.
But it's your life. But
It's
it's
your
your
life.
life. All right, listen. The 5, the 4, the 3.
Three, the
Listen, that was
two.
the to do. We spent to do in nature, okay? But listen, so what I need y'all to do is I need y'all to listen. We gonna get in touch with Brandis, okay? I'm gonna help
Please.
y'all get in touch with her. I'm gonna make sure I put all of her stuff down here underneath us at
Yes.
the bottom so you can get some more of this get right. All right. But we gonna move on. So to the one, we've done the 5, the 4, the 3, the 2, and now we're on the one. All right. Give us one piece of unsolicited advice that nobody asked for, but you're going to give it to them anyway. What do you have for us, Brandis?
Fuck them people. Fuck them people.
Man,
Fuck
listen,
them people. Every time. Every time. Fuck
because
them people. It's your life.
because it's your life.
Cause it's your life. Fuck them people. Hmm. I was at the
That's
S&S
good. Listen,
cafeteria with my mama just now. We was at the lunch counter. And the lady, I got this shirt on. And the lady said, I need that in my life. I said, you do, because fuck them people. She said, yep, that's right. Fuck them people.
that's good. That's good. You are setting so many people free. You are
I'm
setting
so
so
glad.
many people free.
Be free.
And for all of you people who are being set free, let me help y'all just in case you want to get in touch with Brandis Monique Rawls. Not Rawlings, Rawls.
Right.
Get it right,
Get it
P.
right.
Get it right.
Get it right.
Listen, website. Website. The website is B.Mo.Raw.com. That's the letter B, Mo,
Mhm.
Mo.raw.com. If you want to email her, and all of this is going to be down here. Listen, contact at B.Mo.Raw.com. Facebook, B.Mo.Raw. Twitter, no Twitter yet.
I
No
don't do
Twitter
that.
yet,
I
but
don't do
that's
that.
okay.
Because
Listen,
I be having more than
Instagram,
140 characters and shit to say.
that's a thread. Sound like a thread to me.
Oh.
Instagram, B.Mo.Raw, TikTok at B.Mo.Raw. And then listen, man, y'all go to the website, www.bmoraw.com. Man, I need
Mhm.
y'all to listen to me right now because we about to get out of here. If you are listening to the audio podcast or if you're watching on YouTube, I told you what to do earlier. I'm going to tell you what to do again. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification button. If you're listening by podcast, make sure you go to iTunes, give us that 5-star rating, then tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Listen,
Mhm.
follow the network with Michael Prejean on Facebook and then on Instagram, the underscore network underscore podcast. Also, make sure you check out the show notes. You'll get all of Brandis's recommendations, recommended reads, recommended
Mhm.
podcasts, recommended song. Listen, everybody, this is the network. Every episode is designed to help the physical, mental, spiritual, and financial health of Black people living in and traveling through America. Signing off, my name is Michael Prejean for Brandis Monique Rawls, aka BKA B.Mo. Raw. Listen, y'all, subscribe to the network. You never know, you might need it. Until next time, I need y'all to make love the culture. Brandis, thank you so much.
Thank you so
Peace,
much.
y'all.
I appreciate you.